What up, Buzz? You tapped in? Okay, Goose, you tapped in too? All right, Chicago, y'all tapped in? All right, boys, let's crack them. Feel like Mike in the fourth with the ball in my hands and I'm taking a shot. I'm the king in the madhouse on Madison, whether I make it or not. Now the crowd going crazy, they watching the play and I'm watching the clock. Got my shot in the air and the buzzer go off and I'm watching it drop. This team did things, MJ shot City 6 rings. D-Rose too big, too fast, too strong, history. And we good on that, put Jilla on the track and we good on wax. 3, 2, 1, everybody say Bulls on tap, Bulls on tap. Our city pretty and gritty, Benny the bull in the crowd getting hyper and litty. Me, I'm so drippy, it's slippery, nothing offends me. Banners on banners, we winners. We got the stats in the news, go and subscribe. Hang out with Buzzy and Goose, tapping with us, we the truth. Jilla just murdered the booth.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Bulls on Tap. I'm your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Goose, a.k.a. Bulls Scripted. And we're here to recap another Chicago Bulls loss this time, and it was just amazing fashion this time. I mean, this is what storybook endings come from when you're a loser team like the Magic, and then you just come back and you beat a team with aspirations like the Bulls. Bulls lose 108-107 to Orlando at the United Center in their new beautiful or putrid-looking City Edition jerseys, whatever you think. I really don't care because they're just threads. Before we get into this one, be sure to go on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Grabbing a beer, God willing, because we all need it together. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. If you're on Twitter or Facebook, please go over to YouTube, subscribe to the On Tap Sportsnet YouTube channel, hop into the comment section, hit the bell. Anytime me and Goose go live, you can hop in the comment section if you dig the Chicago Bulls. Mouthful. Goose, what the fuck, man?
I don't know. I was listening to the broadcast and how Suggs is like this Chris Dunn level 3-point shooter a couple times throughout the broadcast. And obviously, they were complimenting his improved shooting so far this season compared to those Chris Dunn-esque numbers as a rookie. But then he hits us with the dagger at the end after Vooch botches 2 free throws. Like, what? You are an all-star. You are 7 foot tall, damn it. You can literally like drop the ball in the hole from standing there at the free. You botched both of them, while Zach LaVine watched from the bench, which was the craziest aspect of this game to me. Was Zach's 1 for 14 shooting? I believe he ended up finishing with before being sent to the bench. Your max player did not finish the game against a bum team. What the fuck is going on? With this dynamic, because you had Billy challenge the 3 stars prior to the game.
I'm really glad you got into that. Yeah.
You had him challenge the 3 stars prior to the game. You're down double digits in the first quarter to the Magic. And only Ayo DeSumo really looked like he wanted to play in that first quarter.
Yeah. Pathetic, right? Absolutely fucking pathetic. The whole performance from start to finish was pathetic outside of DeMar doing DeMar things when he needed to. And, the guy that got benched in the first half. Now, I don't attack Billy often. I understand for size purposes and all of that stuff. But Javonte provides one thing that nobody else on this team, maybe outside of Alex Caruso, provides. And that's a ton of energy when they come off the bench. Javonte doesn't get a minute, not 1 minute. In the first half, he finishes the game with 18 minutes. No, but you're right. I think Ayo had like fucking 11, what was it, or 8 points in the first quarter or something? Like, he finished with 13.
He was relentless on the drive early, where everybody else seemed to not want to do much. He was very much on the attack. But the Javonte thing, that first half did not make sense to me because Pat has not, outside of those 2 games where we got to have a little bit of excitement about the 21-year-old doing something.
He did exactly what you hated tonight too. Another one in crucial time, another fucking travel because he didn't want to shoot the ball, and then Vooch didn't yell at him. I'm not gonna say yelled at him, but Vooch went like this: "Shoot it! You were wide open. Shoot the ball. Get him." I'm done. Listen, man. All these fucking people from other blog sites, whatever. I don't work in the NBA. I don't pretend to know everything. But if someone tells me to be patient with Patrick Williams one more time, I've been watching ball for a long time. I don't know if I'm fucking good at what I'm like, at breaking it down. I don't know if this podcast is, I just love talking with you and having fun time. I don't know if I'm providing any sort of information or teaching anybody something, but I'll tell you something right now. Patrick Williams needs a change of scenery, and then I think that'll be the only thing that helps this kid, because I don't know what the fuck he's doing out there. I don't know what the fuck, and what's his excuse? Because when he did that travel, I don't think Vooch passed it to him. He was on the floor. DeMar was on the floor, but there's no Zach.
No.
There's no Zach.
You can't blame too many stars and not having opportunities. You definitely can't say something like that if you're not ready once the opportunity comes.
This is absolutely, dude. And I try not to like fucking pop off like this on the pod. I always want to be as level-headed as possible. I am blown away that Billy Donovan called those three guys out, and this is the response that you get from Zach LaVine. I'm going to go back to our last podcast episode.
No, to challenge your 3 stars and then to have to bench your max player at the end of this game because he played that horribly.
Right.
And I don't know. I don't know if I should be glad that Zach took it the way he did, like a pro, and went to the bench. Didn't really seem to pout too much. Didn't go to the locker room early. Stayed on the floor, but at the same time, you almost kind of want him to be pissed. Like,
honestly, I don't give a fuck what he does right now.
You don't give a fuck? Okay.
No, dude. I don't give a fuck what he does right now. Like, obviously, like I like Zach. I think he's an all right player. I remember you got like not mad at me. I'm not saying mad, but you were like, "Wow, Zach's not even in your top 5 of favorite Bulls." When we were doing that whole thing on the podcast that night, there's a reason for that. We've had this conversation many times off air, but it's the honest to God truth. I knew we had to give him the max because we didn't want to lose him for nothing. If this is what this is, coming off this knee surgery and shit, this thing's immovable already. You call me up on the phone, I'm an opposing GM, like, hey man, we'll give you Zach LaVine, for this or that. I'd be like, fuck you, coach. I ain't taking that. You know what I mean? Like, this is bad. He cannot finish at the rim.
Is this a clutch sports ploy? Is Zach throwing it so he can get traded to the Lakers? Was LeVar Ball right all along?
Probably. LeVar's GOAT, dude. LeVar knows everything, man. He knows everything. I mean,
Lonzo's gonna be able to run.
No, I don't think Jesus Christ knows that answer. To be honest with you, I don't fucking think he knows it. So I have no idea. I mean, dude. They let up 37 first quarter points to Orlando. And again, Orlando is not
without Banchero.
I know. And that's the thing is, like, we go into this game tonight and everybody's just like, oh, well, they're hurting a little bit. Even our buddy Joe, yep, they're hurting a little bit. Team alert. And here we come again. Lackadaisical as fuck starting the first off. Trying to make our way back in the second, still get outscored in the second quarter, and then here comes the run. Here comes the run in the second half because you put in a hustle guy. DeMar has to be superhuman and play 44 minutes and take 30 shots.
Yep. Second time DeMar scores 40 points this season. Both times we have lost.
Even if they win this game tonight, Goose.
Oh no, we definitely did not deserve to win. That dagger destroyed us, but
it's not even that, dude. Even if we won the game, I'm sitting here on this rant that I'm doing right now.
No, I mean,
DeMar can't do it every night.
I mean, he can, but we can't rely on that. I know what you're saying. But no, I mean, the second time that he's scored 40 points and goes superhuman, we've lost both games. It's just, I don't know, because that can't be your game plan either. You can't expect that out of him.
I don't know what to expect out of any of them at this point. I know what I'm going to get from a couple players on this team.
You know what you're going to get from DeMar, Javante?
I know what I'm going to get from DeMar. I know what I'm going to get from Javante. I know what I'm going to get from Ayo. I know what I'm going to get for Caruso. I know what I'm going to get from those guys. Goran Dragic, he didn't do shit tonight. Andre Drummond, I mean, he only played 15 minutes, but I mean, he had a pretty important stretch there in the fourth quarter. He did. He had an important stretch there in the fourth quarter, even though that's where the plus minus gets fucking kind of nuts, because he did play a key part in that fourth quarter comeback. I think you'd say that too. But you're on a 4-game losing streak now. 4-game losing streak, and you're going up against Boston on Monday. You're going up against and then Milwaukee.
Yeah, no.
And I'm not saying, dude, listen, we have so many games to go. The
Well,
2005 Bulls started 0-9.
After tonight, there's not a single team that you can name and say that's next up on the schedule that you should feel comfortable or confident in either. Like after a game like tonight, you were fully healthy outside of Lonzo Ball. You had every able body available besides Lonzo Ball.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yep.
So that excuse is out the window. Your coach laying it on the line and putting it on the table that, we really shouldn't get off to these kind of poor starts. We have 3 all-star caliber players that need to make sure that we don't get off to this kind of start. But is it really on them, or is it on the fact that you're still starting Patrick Williams? Is Billy just deflecting? Is this a Billy thing? Is the team's effort?
I don't believe for one
to Billy not making this decision that they all feel that needs to be made in moving Pat to the bench?
Like, I want to play a fun game. And this is just because I'm drinking beer and it gets serious. So here's our fun, serious game. Are you ready? Gun to your head. Do you think Billy Donovan wants to start Patrick Williams? Or do you think that he feels like he has to?
I do feel like
he just sat a $200 million man in crunch time.
So no, but if you can do that, but you can't pull Pat from the starting line.
I'm dying. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm a fucking reality TV show for aliens right now. What do you mean? Like, what? None of it makes sense, dude. I don't get it.
I mean, because if you can bench Zach in the 4th quarter of a game against the Magic that's within reach, when the other night when you were getting blown out, you were playing these starters in the 4th through the embarrassment to teach them a lesson, maybe not to do what you hate the most and mention Jim Boylan and Billy in the same sentence, but you're using Boylan tactics to try to instill some fear into these guys. Because I don't know what the rules are, because there's no way that Pat should have leeway, but Zach doesn't. Because as far as we were aware, Zach wasn't sick. Zach wasn't dealing with soreness. Nothing going on with Zach to kind of explain this 1 for 14 shenanigan of a game, and then not even playing to finish.
I gotta say, man, I think I said this last episode, but I'm like doubling down, I guess, in this episode. I don't want to hear another fucking thing about what he's going through. All right? I don't want to hear a fucking thing about what Zach LaVine is going through that day. If he's sick, if his knee's bothering him. Listen, dude, everybody's got fucking problems, man. But not everybody's got $210 fucking million. Figure it out, man. Figure it out. Seriously, figure it out. I'm not saying that, and I'm not questioning his character by any means necessary. It's not what I'm doing here. I'm not saying that, he got paid, so he's going to suck. It's not what I'm doing here. Figure your shit the fuck out. If your knee is that fucked up, then you need to tell somebody. You need to figure it out.
There are plenty of people online saying that exact thing, though. That Zach
of course, my dad just said it. My dad just said it.
Selling.
Yeah, my old man just said it. And my buddy, I was sitting on. Have you ever heard of Discord?
Yeah.
I go on that shit with my friends and my brothers. They talk me into this whole gaming PC thing, and that's what I do the recordings on now. It's on my laptop. But I could stream the game over the Discord channel, so we all watch it together. But even my buddy Tony just said, he goes, not Tony on tap, another Tony, but he just goes, dude. He goes, the dude just got paid. Look at him, laying duck eggs, man. That's what he said. And it's funny because he's right. Okay, well, yeah, he's been bad. I don't think it's because he got paid. I think there's something going on, but I just don't care to hear about it because it's just a fucking story that doesn't need to surround this team. I don't think it's
At the end of the day, like you said, everybody in the world
everybody's got shit,
has their own shit, and all of us still have to go to work. And
right. And to our guy Juice, and to our guy Juice Manko here, listen, bro, I get it. You couldn't let him walk for free. You just couldn't. I know that sucks, but this is not the NBA of my era, like the early 2000s when I fell in love with the game, where only certain players got that money. This is a different NBA now. It's a different NBA. So if you let him walk for free, you're sitting here with your thumb in your ass. Then you probably don't have DeMar. You're still in a fucking rebuild. I don't know.
Well, and we touched on it last game. You got somebody like DeAndre Ayton, who also just got a max contract begrudgingly from his team.
Right. It's a different era.
Zach, and he's not even getting the burn consistently.
100, dude,
Zach
right?
has been outside of tonight.
Right.
So the max contract simply is not what it used to be. After all the investment that you put into Zach, you had to pay him and not let him walk. But it does hurt quite a bit right now to look around the league and see Wendell Carter Jr. Having success, see Lauri Markkanen having success, and having your number 4 overall pick in Patrick Williams not really having any success at all in a situation where he's been set up to really only have to do the things that he was good at in college. It's not like he's been expected to take this massive leap. He's still just being asked to be a support role player, and that is too much of an ask because, as we already touched on in crunch time tonight, you had him crumble. And that's not the only thing that cost the team the game because it was more so their start that put them in a hole. But something as simple as that stands out for Pat more than just about anything else out of the game for him.
Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. Like when I look at like Wendell and I look at Lowry over in Utah, he's kind of coming back down to earth, and so is Utah right now. But I look at those guys, and even my line of thinking at the time, like, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, you got Billy Donovan, you're figuring this shit out. And I'm like looking at the offense. I go back and I look at clips of when they're here, and I'm not gonna say I went through a bunch of game tapes since they've been gone. But I look at clips and about how heavy that ISO ball was, but still even with Zach, how stagnant the offense is. And I'm like, man, and I asked myself, I was like, is that it? And I don't think it's it because I've seen Zach ball out and do it right. I got to see it for about a season and a half, maybe half a season. How am I saying that? You know what I'm talking about though? Like like when he was doing the 25-5-5 shit. Yeah. And it was like real, and he was doing well, and the team was winning, and that was last year, and then everything went down from there, But I look at Wendell. Wendell's a good player. He's always gets up to play the Bulls. He always gets up for that because Arturas and Mark Eversley traded him. His team is still 5-11 or 6-11. We're 6-10, so we don't have a leg to stand on either. But my point is he's not a game changer. I can understand the trade. I still understand the trade, even though you got guys like C-Red Fred out here. Oh, he's the great recruiter Vooch, and even though he's the one who played the second best fucking game outside of Javante on the team. It's funny. If you have enough, I'm calling out all the fucking Bulls Twitter. The guys that come across as fucking, they know everything and they're better than you with their opinions, or you come up with the guys that throw enough shit at the wall that stick that they say they can claim it when they raise their hand because it gives them a boner or something, like that. That's what you deal with. That's what you deal with. I'll sit here and tell the honest to God truth. I was happy with the Vooch trade. I'm still happy with the Vooch trade. It sucks that we're getting our ass whipped right now. He's coming off the books. I don't know what's going to happen. But I'm glad we did make the playoffs and we didn't have to keep going through the rebuild that we're going through with a bunch of fucking players that didn't work together. So there you are with that. But now moving into the present, this is still unbelievable. This is still hard to watch. It's still fucking frustrating, and I don't have a fix for you. I don't have a fix.
Are you at break it down, rebuild it already?
No, dude. It's 16 games into the season, man. I'm not ready yet.
Oh, that's getting kind of close to 20%. Like that's.
I'm not there yet, bro. I'm not at 20% yet.
Okay, fair. Well, 20%. We can reevaluate.
Because you know me. But you know me. You've known me for like 6 years. They're gonna win a big game, and I'm gonna get sucked right back in.
Yeah, of course. That's what's crazy about fandom. Even if they would have pulled this one out of their ass tonight, we would have been singing a quite a bit different tune because DeMar went off and Javante came and sparked it, and now we have to sit here and talk about Suggs just destroying us and leaving here knowing that the schedule only gets harder.
I do like Fred. I just want to throw that out there real quick. I do like Fred. I've spent time with Fred. He's a very nice guy. He just
loves Wendell.
He loves Wendell for whatever reason. So, again, I like Fred. He's a good dude.
And in all fairness, Wendell is obviously playing power forward, although I don't know what positions the Magic have because it seemed like there was like just 7'2" guys.
How about Bull? How fun is he? For real. Like, if we're going to sit and talk ball for a minute and stop yelling about the Bulls for just 1 second. Bull is fun.
Well, why didn't AK pick him up again? Because he originally had him in Denver. Like,
had a chance.
He ended up on the Magic, who already had multiple centers. Like, how, I don't know. But it is a really interesting story to think that a guy who went, was he second round or undrafted, whatever it was, is now
Bol.
Yeah,
I believe he was he was drafted. I could be wrong. I've been wrong
second
before.
round because it was the same draft as Gafford.
Yeah, I'm pulling it up now. So go ahead and talk while I'm reading.
Second round, same year as Gafford. But the fact that he is starting ahead of Mo Bamba and not really starting ahead of Wendell because they're playing together, but taking that center spot from another guy who was drafted in the lottery.
Yeah.
So kind of a really cool story over there for Mr. Bull.
Yeah, 44th pick in that 2019 NBA draft. 44th pick. It was really, I mean, he's fun to watch. I mean, the Magic have a pretty cool young team, and you were missing some talent. Like you said, Banchero didn't play tonight, and that dude's a fucking beast and a half. You know, I mean, just absolutely amazing. And just to go to Michael Soka here, it's not just Wendell, it was the 2 first-round picks, and we 8 cap space. It was a horrible trade. I still don't call it a horrible trade because
the outcome of the trade was horrible because we didn't make the playoffs. It wasn't supposed to be a top 10 pick that got sent to the Magic. We were supposed to close out the season.
Zach wasn't supposed to get COVID. You know, they were hanging right there. The
trade made perfect sense, and at the time it held its weight. Now it's easy to look back with hindsight and just be like, "Oh, this sucks,"
right?
Because we are in the same exact boat that we were without 3 All-Stars that we are with them. We're not a contender. This doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel like we're moving towards anything positive. And hopefully this stretch against good teams, Boston, who we've already beat, coming up on Monday, maybe we can get a little bit of redemption and some feel good back into us, because the last 5-6 games just have not been it.
Yeah, no, again, it's been hard to watch, you know, and again, I just, the most heartbreaking thing for me tonight in general, not even Suggs got the clutch gene. If you watched him in college, you'd agree with that. You know, I'm a big, you know me, I'm a college basketball nut. On the back TV over here.
I knew that he was going to hit that shot.
On the back TV over here, I don't know if you can see it over there, but I got fucking Illinois and UCLA going. I got more college basketball on the other TVs, but like that's what I do. I love college basketball. I knew Suggs would be a good player, decent player. He's always had the clutch gene, but the most heartbreaking thing to me tonight is just how he outperformed Zach LaVine. And I'm having a hard time swallowing that pill. You're a max player. Listen, everybody's entitled to a bad game. He's a human being, and no human being is perfect. You know, and I'm going to say that off the bat. But
do you think that Zach just really hated these City Edition jerseys that much that he just said, fuck it?
You know what? Fucking call it a wash tonight. Never make me wear this shit again. I'm going to go out there and lay a fucking egg. Fuck you guys. This generic, you designed a generic ass jersey. Look at my generic ass performance tonight. You know, I mean, damn.
They do kind of look like practice jerseys. I don't know.
I don't know either, man. Like I said,
obviously the biggest disappointment of the night is undoubtedly Zach LaVine's performance and the fact that he didn't even play well enough or show Billy that he cared enough to have him out there to finish the game.
There's just no excuse for it. And, you know, we're going to move into the Boston game on Monday. And you know, Boston is a very good team. I mean, they're the reigning Eastern Conference champions. They're 13-3 on the season. They have not lost. Oh, my God. They're on a 9-game winning streak. Boston's on a 9-game winning streak. And they're playing here in Chicago.
And we're going to be number 10 for them.
And we played them very close when we played them last, but we were the first win of this 9-game streak for Boston. We were the first win out of that. So, like I said, man.
And that was DeMar's last 40-point game.
Right. And I can't tell you what they could do to rectify this issue, to make it any better, what they could run to make this better. You got to hit your shots, and the only thing you got to do if you want to win these games is stop playing so much iso ball, my turn, your turn bullshit. And I'm pretty tired of that as a fan watching it in general. I want to get back to that free-flowing offense that we got to experience last year together for a little bit, but
I just don't know that we have the shooters, Buzz.
we don't. I mean, how many threes did we take tonight? I guarantee it wasn't enough. 28. Oh, no, I'm sorry. That was Orlando with 28. Oh, we averaged 28.8 per game, right? That's what the Bulls average. We took 21 tonight, and we had 5 of them. 5 of them.
It's like, what, 23%?
God, look at you, motherfucker. 23.8. Yeah, good for you. Math. You got a fucking mathematician over here.
You know.
God damn, coach. Look at you. I wouldn't know that. I'm not even fucking with you. I can't do math at all. I'm terrible.
It's simple numbers. Once I get up to like 3-4 digits, I'm
don't call it simple when I just said I couldn't do it. Now you made me feel stupider than I
My bad, bro.
It's all right. It's all right.
I was trying to humble myself. I wasn't trying to shit on you.
It's okay. It's all right. The Bulls did enough shitting on me tonight. Just go ahead and add it on, man. It's fine. It's fine. I'm glad I didn't fucking bet on them. I'll tell you that much.
I saw somebody talking about the line like, well, I think the Bulls might pull this out with a win, but I don't know if they're going to win by 9.
hey, that fourth quarter comeback and them fucking I swear to God, Vegas was tipping them odds for the Bulls with all those foul calls and the turnovers Orlando was doing. I'm like, okay, this is fake. I'm like, this is WWE. This is fake. It's predetermined. That's what I was thinking in my head. And then as soon as Jalen Suggs hit the dagger, I'm like, nope, God still hates me.
What sucked about that was he fumbles the ball a little bit, is inside the arc, defense sags off of him because he's a drive player, and he's like, nah, step back, Trey, game, see you later.
Let me step back and kiss myself. What was that for, Stacey?
It doesn't matter to me. I have no fear. Just ding. And
Exactly. Well, and that's exactly what I said. So again, in the Discord, and yes, Chai Sports fan, I know stupid is not a word. I just said it in a moment of weakness because Goose made me feel stupid. Thank you. It's more stupid. You jag off. I don't want to hear that. I'm mad. You don't need to be being mean to me right now. I need you to fucking pick me up, not kick me when I'm down. But anyway, when I was watching the game with my buddies, and he goes, I'm like, he's gonna pull the trigger on this shot. They got nothing to lose. Orlando's got nothing to lose, and just drains it. I'm like, all right. And then it just made all the sense in the world when Adam Amin goes. And the Bulls don't have any timeouts left. I'm like, no shit. I'm like, there's the luck, man.
Since we're on the topic of Adam, I'm sure he has the pronunciation correct. But listening to him say "OKK" all night,
yeah, OKK, yeah,
was driving me nuts. I always thought it was Chumo Kiki, and just how.
I gave up on pronouncing
names. Buzz, we know neither of us can do names. But for whatever reason, just the OKK. The way that he was saying it, it was really killing me. I couldn't handle it. I was not OKK.
Can I say one thing? I feel a lot better that I got to vent, and then we had such a great comment section tonight too. That makes me feel a little bit better that I am not alone. Okay. Hi, I am Buzz, and I'm a Chicago Bulls fan, and I'm fucking sad. I'm fucking sad, dude. It's just so brutal, bro.
I mean, this is the time of the year that me and you look forward to more than
any other sport.
And we came in with not unrealistic expectations. This isn't too far off. Obviously, expected a couple more wins. Didn't expect to be talking about having to fight from almost 20 points back from the Magic to get daggered in the end. But this is depressing.
Yeah, no, I feel like I'm really getting 2019 vibes of this show right now with the losses that we have to keep doing like this. But in 2019, you kept hearing me say, they're going to develop. It's going to be cool. Everything's going to be fine.
So, I guess to wrap this up, the last thing I have to say is the continuity is not working, AK.
Don't rush me in my sadness. No, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. You know what, dude? Our episode titled Continuity. All right. Did I tell you about that episode?
No.
It's our best listened to episode ever. There's a lot of listens on that bitch. And I'm proud of that. And thank you to all of you that listen to this show consistently. But Continuity is our best listened to episode. I feel like that's like foreshadowing I should have known that going into the season when we did the continuity episode that like, oh, a lot of people liked what we said in this episode. Like, okay, maybe this will work. Chemistry is very important. We know that. And in all aspects of life, chemistry is important. And these players are going to come in, and Zach got paid. DeMar, Vooch is going to rebound. He didn't play for his home country. He stayed with the team. Everything's going to be cool. And like, that's how I felt. And it just makes the perfect sense in the world that the basketball gods are like, hey, Buzz, fuck you, buddy. We're going to poo on you. And that's what they did, man. They pooed on me. I feel like Joe Dirt got the poo on me right now, man.
Hey, we're 2 wins against Boston and Milwaukee away from saying that we're contenders again. So, let's make the dream come true.
I can't say that until I'm 500 again.
Okay.
I'm serious.
I mean that's fair. That's
because look, you're gonna go
generous too. Like if you're saying you're a contender as a 500 team, you're
right. that feels dirty saying it.
So no, I get what you're coming from, but our tone very much could change with 2 good wins against 2 good.
Could you imagine? Listen to me. Could you imagine us beating Boston? Our next Bulls on Tap on Monday. Fucking okay. I'm feeling good. Then Wednesday we come out, we beat Milwaukee. Now I'm talking DEFCON 5 shit. I'm talking. And then we come out and SGA shits on us because he's the only guard since Michael Jordan to average.
Pokashevsky.
Yeah, I can't handle it, bro. I can't handle it. Like I'm gonna have a fucking breakdown on this podcast for everybody. Like you go to work all day and it sucks. Then you come home, you got to do the adulting shit. I love my kids, but I'm fucking tired. I just want to watch the Bulls. I want to be happy with my friend, my brother. And then what do? I see my brother, and they fucking get their ass kicked by Orlando. And they tease me a little bit of the cupping. They tease me a little bit. And then Jalen Suggs hits a fucking dagger on me, and I got nothing left. I'm just like, now I got to go talk about it. Because we've signed up.
Talk about it. No, I got to try to sleep, and then I got to go to work again.
And I mean, we're with Sports Illustrated now. We got to do it. Can't just skip whenever the fuck we want anymore. Because I about damn near called you and be like, I ain't talking about this.
Yeah, no, and unless you're getting the boys snips, there's no skipping.
Yeah, and I had to get that shit approved. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, dude. For real, I'm kidding. But yeah, again, we got Boston on Monday. I ain't previewing that shit. You already know if you watch the Bulls what they need to do to win the game. And we don't have the answers for that. So maybe we don't know what they need to do. Just hopefully they find some sort of luck.
Take more than 21 threes. Make more than 5 of them.
That'd be great. That'd be great.
And don't allow the other team to shoot like over 50% from 3-point. I think we should start there and see if the rest can work itself out.
Also, hit your fucking free throws. How about that?
Yeah, that's pretty important too.
How about hit your fucking free throws? Do that. You got any parting words before we get out of here, man? Like, look at me. You see? Can you tell this camera's high def? My face is red. Do you see that?
You're seeing red.
Look. That's wild. That's how mad I got. My shit turned red. I look like
or maybe it's the beer.
You think it could be? It could be. But I ate already, though. I should be fine. I had drunken noodles tonight.
Drunken noodles.
You ever heard of that?
No.
It's Thai. I had never had Thai food before. This shit is fire. I don't care who you are. Fucking Thai food is good. If you don't like Thai food, you're not American. That didn't make any sense. So I'm going to let you have your closing words before I throw us out of here.
No, we are ending on if you don't like Thai food, you are not American.
Okay.
That is the only way to end this episode after that performance.
All right, everybody be sure you're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Bulls on Tap and on Tap Sportsnet. Following Goose at Bulls Scripted, me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Also, we'll be back Monday after the Bulls take on the Celtics. If you don't eat Thai food, you're not American.